Hi guys and welcome to Gadget Reviews. So maybe this is my very first video response that I ever did like this or anyways. So my buddy Sammy decided to make you can say a reaction of the new Wolverine vs Wonder Woman superpower beatdown video. And I totally disagree with everything that Sammy said. So Sammy, sorry, but instead of doing this video, I would just, was about to write you like a long fat comment, and then you're going to probably, answer to that, and it's going to be even longer fat comment. So instead of doing that, just because I want to talk about this anyways, let's just do this. And first guys, I want to say also that I'm not biased, although I do love DC more. I'm not biased towards DC compared to Marvel, and I'm not biased in this case for whoever should win this. I mean, I'm talking purely out of an objective perspective, calculating the powers of Wonder Woman and who she is, what she can do, where she's coming from, and what is Wolverine, who he is, and what he can do. So basically, all I'm interested in is, for these two superheroes that I both really like, just to have, a fair comparison between the two without being biased towards one or the other. So, yeah, my favorite hero, one of my favorite female heroes of all time is Wonder Woman, yeah, but that doesn't mean that if Wolverine should win this, I will not, list all the facts that, he should win this. So first guys, before we get into Sam's video, I'm going to show you now 2 or 3 videos here, from Violent Comics and some other YouTube channel. And I'm going to put, of course, because this is just going to be like a very small part out of those videos, I will put the original links down below so you can actually see those videos full length. All that I'm going to discuss here about these videos and all I'm going to show is just concerning their powers. So you can see who has the most powers and so on. So based on what you're going to see now, I'm going to make my arguments against Sammy's arguments. And yeah, basically I'm just going to say why I disagree with everything, basically. We usually don't really disagree that much. We mostly disagree, when it comes to Marvel and DC for some reason. And that reason I think is that, Sammy, you're just very biased, because you just prefer Marvel all the way, and you just don't like when DC characters do something, you find it illogical. But anyways, I find illogical almost everything that is, on Flash and Arrow, and those are DC shows. But that could happen in any movie, any show. There could be illogical things, and they could frustrate me, the whole day, figuratively speaking. But no matter if it's Marvel or DC, both can be equally illogical in their, powers, how they use them, how they downgrade them in those TV shows, and so on. So all can be frustrating equally. Now watch this, powers of Wonder Woman, powers of Wolverine, and let's continue with Sammy.
So now let's find out what powers this demi-goddess is packing. Wonder Woman is extremely strong. She's hands down one of the strongest heroes in the DC universe, up there with the likes of Shazam, Martian Manhunter, and Superman. When Wonder Woman fought Shazam, they were an even match. In the New 52, Wonder Woman shows a new strength level while fighting a god. She removes her bracelets and goes into a berserker rage of power. We find out that Wonder Woman's bracelets are what protect her opponents from her intense power, which by the way is a really cool concept. Wonder Woman was even able to take down Supergirl. We see that they're close in strength, but Wonder Woman was still able to overpower Supergirl. Now I know what some of you guys are wondering, well, is she as strong as Superman? And to answer that, it's generally accepted that she's not as strong as Superman, but one of the few in the same class as him. Wonder Woman also has super speed, invulnerability, durability, can fly, which now some of you are asking, well, if she could fly, why does she have an invisible jet? Well, my friends, that's because originally Wonder Woman was not able to fly, hence her needing an invisible jet. But that was later changed and she was granted the power of flight. So now she's able to fly at hypersonic speeds, able to keep up with her boy toy, Superman. She also has a healing factor, super agility, and stamina, divine wisdom, enhanced senses, and a master of hand-to-hand combat, amongst a bunch of other powers. Wonder Woman has some cool weapons as well, like her lasso of truth, which compels people to tell the truth, which is no coincidence that her creator, William Martinson, helped in the creation of the lie detector, and one of Wonder Woman's powers has to do with making people tell the truth. Do you see the connection there? I do. Her lasso has been shown to restore people's lost memories and get rid of illusions, and protect people who are in close proximity from magical attacks. She has her bracelets of victory, which were created from the remains of Zeus's shield. She uses these bracelets to deflect all sorts of attacks, like bullets or anything else that comes her way. She has a royal tiara, which is razor sharp and can be used as a boomerang of sorts. It is also magical and therefore can be used to injure Superman. And of course, she has a magical sword, which she often takes into battle, like the time she stabbed Darkseid in the eye. But that's enough about her powers and weapons.
Wolverine is classified as a mutant, and as such, his power is genetically manifested at puberty. Through the mutant gene, Wolverine has the power to produce 3 sharp claw protrusions from his knuckles. When the character first appeared in 1974 in Incredible Hulk number 181, and until Wolverine number 75 in 1993, it was believed these claws were solid metal. The truth is, his claws are extremely dense bone. Interestingly enough, when he first appeared, writer Len Wein intended Wolverine's claws to be attached to his gloves and could later be removed. Author Chris Claremont later revealed they were a natural part of his body. After being imprisoned by an arm of the Canadian Defense Ministry known as Weapon X, an indestructible metal alloy known as adamantium was injected and fused to his bones, making his body nearly indestructible and creating his signature adamantium claws. The procedure would have killed him if not for another mutant ability he possesses. In addition to claws, Wolverine has more animal-like powers that aid him in his adventures. He possesses heightened senses, particularly of hearing, sight, and smell, all of which make him an excellent tracker and hunter. His sense of smell in particular has helped him identify imposters on more than a few occasions, which is of great use to the X-Men. Arguably the most useful and powerful of Wolverine's abilities is his accelerated healing factor, which heals any wound and regenerates lost or damaged tissue. His healing factor also provides a stronger defense against diseases, drugs, poisons, and other invasive chemicals. This healing factor also extends his lifespan and slows his aging process significantly. While Wolverine appears to have the physique of a man in his late 20s, he was actually born in 1888. His healing factor has changed over the years, from healing minor injuries to healing from atomic explosions. Other weaknesses to his healing factor include decapitation and a substance known as carbonadium. This healing factor had been reduced to the point of non-existence thanks largely to 2 major story arcs. The first of which, known as Drowning Logan, suggested a microverse virus had reduced Wolverine to a more reasonable healing factor, though still susceptible to disease, aging, and death. Shortly following the story arc, Wolverine went to Purgatory, yes, that Purgatory, and dealt with the Angel of Death, where it was established the next time Wolverine suffered injuries that would kill a person, he would in fact die. For real. Thanks to his affiliation with the X-Men, psychics Professor Charles Xavier and Emma Frost have taught Wolverine to focus his healing factor, in conjunction with psychic shields that they provide for all members of the X-Men, in order to develop a natural defense against psychic attacks. The simple fact that Wolverine is kind of old might also be considered a power, as he's used his remarkable lifespan to learn several languages, to develop defensive and meditative skills from martial arts experts, gurus, and expert soldiers. One final power that Wolverine possesses is his Berserker Rage, a form of attack in which Wolverine embraces his more feral attributes and attacks without thought or skill, allowing only his instinct to dictate his attacks. It is a terrifying strategy that, while useful against psychic foes, can cause unintended collateral damage. In the aftermath of the 2015 Death of Wolverine story arc, Wolverine is, well, kinda dead. During one last adventure, Wolverine discovered the original founder of Weapon X, Dr. Abraham Cornelius, was resuming his work experimenting on mutants with adamantium. Enraged, Wolverine destroyed the adamantium container before it could join with any of the surviving victims. As a consequence, Wolverine was covered in the liquid metal and suffocated.
Okay, so up to Sammy's video now. And let's see how he reacted. Of course, you can watch his full video, and please watch that superpower beatdown before you watch this video. You have to be objective and you have to support the people from Superpower Beatdown because they are amazing. And as you can see, if you watch it already, they put so many amazing special effects. I'm like speechless. I mean, hey guys, this is amazing special effects that are even higher than some of the TV special effects that I've seen. And that, actress that played Wonder Woman, she looks pretty spot on. She has the best acting actually I've seen in all of series so far, at least in my opinion, because they really, do voiceovers. They don't actually talk in that, but what she did is, body language and facial expressions. I think she's the best. But anyway, so let's continue with Sammy here. Just going to skip.
that is the guy who played Joker.
Because of course you can, and please do watch Sammy's video first before you watch this one.
Joker versus Deadpool. He's like the director of these things.
Yeah, I don't care about this part here.
You believe?
They did a great job. Oh, no, I did care about something here. Just wait a second.
Good God. Some beautiful ass, too. Oh.
Sammy, how can you say that? I mean, yes, she has a beautiful ass, but... Excuse me.
Good God.
Do I say, oh boy, this guy has a very beautiful ass? I mean, I would at least say that he's even, bigger than Hugh Jackman. I mean, he's even, more muscular than him. At least that's how it looks like. And he actually fits the role better in terms of body type because he's short and stocky, how Wolverine is supposed to be. But anyways... Okay, that's super awesome how they play that. But anyways, let's continue. Okay. Okay. I mean, what the heck is the budget for this? It's amazing.
Like Fred Flintstone, mumbling under his breath. I love it.
Okay, now let's, get to the meat of this. Oh, yeah. That is amazing, guys. Look at that.
Okay.
Okay, I just want to comment that I'm not sure if that's how everything is going to go down, but have in mind, guys, we probably will never see a crossover like this done in the movies or shows because this is DC and Marvel. So we're probably going to get only this as the most accurate representation of what the heck is going to happen. I doubt that this is like everything is going to happen, but they don't have a whole movie to tell a story. So, okay, Wonder Woman is angry because he's a guy, he's on that island and he looks dangerous. So, yeah, it's logical that they're going to fight. Although I will basically think that, I think that she will try to talk first and then be like, you quit right now. No, quit yelling. Not sure if that's the case, but anyways, continue. Still good enough.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, I love Wonder Woman, but...
I mean, he's being an ass anyways. Okay, just want to say, Wonder Woman has superpowers, super strength, as you know. So this is the least she can do. The least she can do to Wolverine.
That's right, she's got super strength. No, what is this? What is she, the Flash now?
Oh, Sammy. So we got to the meat of the things and where I really disagree with you. Yes, as I showed in those clips, she does have super speed. I mean, not like the Flash, but she does. So she is capable of this. And of course she's going to use it against Wolverine or whoever you like.
She didn't move like this.
She didn't move like this, Sammy. I think you should pay a little bit more attention to DC, heroes in history, because I'm just going to say, because I'm just going to talk about, the Wonder Woman of the 70s, but let's get to that part. That's amazing. That's just like Xena, actually.
Bullshit.
Oh no, that's not bullshit. She could do all that damage and more. I mean, she could kick him into the sky if she wants, so that's not bullshit. That is not bullshit. Oh, and let's not forget, Wonder Woman is taught by Ares and Hippolyta, I think. I'm not sure about that, have to read it again. But she, of course, again, as you probably seen in that material that I showed you in that video, She is amazingly skilled warrior. She is one of the best warriors ever existed on Earth. She beat a god. She beat Ares. What is a mutant to her? What is a simple human mutant? I mean, that's human with abilities to her. So that's again the least she can do to him.
I mean, I love Wonder Woman, but
okay, so this I would just want to say. I don't believe that. I mean, I'm not sure. I can't really say for sure, but I don't think that he, with that adamantium, could pierce her skin. She's, she's very durable. Actually, again, like the clip said, she has an invulnerability. I can't really say that word, but and she has also a healing factor. So, what is a human metal, although being the best metal, is going to do to her skin, really? And let's say that, okay, Wolverine can pierce her skin, she will heal from that, so that's not a really big deal at all. I mean, she is half goddess, for goodness sakes. Half goddess, that not even can compare to a human anyways. So that's nothing. Even if he even could pierce her skin, because not really sure if that's possible. But okay.
yeah, there we go. I guess if they're magical, like they're Hephaestus. Alright, I guess I'll buy that, I guess. But
Yes, I mean, you do have to buy that because metal of Hephaestus should be and is the strongest. I mean, compared to something that we created as an adamantium or whatever you want, to point out, metal made from the gods is, like, of course, stronger because it's also magical. Although they did say that her gauntlets are made from Zeus' shield, parts of that, as I heard from that video. Even if so, they will still be made by Hephaestus because he made all the weapons, to the gods. At least that's how it is in the mythology. Whatever you look at it, what she has as a metal is going to be like no comparison. No comparison to whatever that we created, the adamantium. No comparison. That, of course, that's going to be the strongest. Again, that's the least that we can say about that. It's not even a comparison.
God. Oh, no, what the fuck is that?
Oh, no, Sammy. No, what the fuck? No. Because she does do that, yes, in the movies, like you're going to say now.
You saw that in the fucking movies, so she
What does it mean they saw that in the fucking movies? That is super logical, and the movies are canon. They're canon to Wonder Woman. To her character right now, right fucking now, So if she does this, and she's so, super strength, I mean, she has that super strength, she's so strong, at the level, I mean, she's not as strong, but she is close to the level in that same category as Superman. If she does this, hits her two hands, put them together with such power, and this metal is the strongest metal you can imagine, of course that is going to produce a massive blast wave just from the energy created by that. So, of course, yes, Sammy, yeah. Not only that this is canon by the movies, but it's totally logical, knowing how her gauntlets are, knowing her powers. So, knowing the material of the gauntlets, knowing her powers, her strength, that it is what is going to happen.
Come on.
No, that is that, Sammy.
Now,
That's logical.
I guess if it's a magical rope, fine. You can't fucking cut that?
No, Sammy. It's magical rope. He can't fucking cut that. I'm sorry that I'm cursing. I'm just, playing, like Sammy plays here.
It's magical rope, fine. I'll give it that.
Yeah, thank you.
There you go.
First, actually, I want to add something. I'm not sure if the battle event is going to continue this long, because although Wolverine also studied some martial arts compared to half a goddess that knows every possible move that he can make and all of that. I mean, I don't know if that is going to be as competitive in reality. But of course, they did the best they can. Otherwise, we're going to watch like 1 minute of boink and, Wolverine in half, throw him into the sea, keep him there, he's going to drown, and that's going to be it. Or even like force her power onto him, grab his face, prevent him to breathe, and he's dead. So, but that's not going to be as interesting, of course. So, yeah, this battle is awesome. I mean, the choreography, everything is awesome.
Oh.
That is so awesome.
Just a scratch on the face would have gone through it.
Oh no, Sammy. Just let me go back.
There you go.
Okay, so I think that she was, you can't really say from this angle, but she was far enough, so he can only, scratch her with the tip of the claws. So, yeah, what did you expect, Sammy? To rip her half face off? Let's not forget she has invulnerability, so she can't just be hurt like that. Like I said, I'm not even convinced that she can be hurt by anything that is man-made, so to speak. And remember, adamantium is man-made. I mean, something from Earth is not, heavenly, godly, and it was also melted in order to get into Wolverine's bones, so it could melt also, which we are going to discuss like 2 seconds later.
Oh.
And again,
that just a scratch on the face would have gone through it.
I think that to this point, Sam, you're just looking for things to be, to dislike here, because, yeah. Oh, okay. Here, I think that Wolverine, as fast as as he heals, he should be at least dead for a few seconds, because if she crushes his skull, he's going to be not dead, but dead at least for 2 minutes at least. He could recover, but he's he will have his brain squashed, so he's dead even for 2 seconds. For 2 minutes, he's going to be dead from that and not be able to react and stab her again. But anyways, that's really not important.
Why are you just doing that? Why are you stopping? What are you doing, Wolverine? What?
Why are you stopping, Sammy? He should be lying dead at least for 2 minutes, as I said here. What can he do when he's so badly hurt? He at least has to heal himself first. Then, when you're being beaten down, you at least need 2 more minutes to heal from that, please. He will not be able to do anything for 2 minutes. And yeah. Oh yes, heal from that. That's good. I like that, yeah. Okay, so first I want to say that, Wolverine can suffocate. He can die from that. He can die from drowning. And he certainly should be able to die from lava. Because, as we know, he did survive a nuclear explosion. But nuclear explosion is not constant. And lava is. He's going to be in that lava. And yeah, let's continue with what Sam is going to say here. But his flesh is going to be instantly destroyed. Instantly destroyed. Then, as he's trying to rebuild that flesh, We are talking seconds here. His adamantium skeleton is going to melt because the temperature is just too high. It's lava, So even if he tries to crawl out of that, how he can do that? I mean, how? He's going to be suffocating and, drowning in lava and melting, and his flesh is not going to be there. So if he's only a skeleton and his skeleton is also being destroyed by the lava after the adamantium, melts, he will not be able to do anything except die, because to the least he's going to be suffocated. And he's going to be in agonizing pain. So, he will die not instantly like a normal human being, but it's going to be definitely a lot worse than what we seen from Terminator. Like, he tried to get away, but he was melting and melting. He was screaming and all of that. So he's going to die in agonizing pain, I think. And unless somebody pulls him out right away, he's certainly dead for me. I really don't think that she's going to be that hurt.
Because, of course,
yeah,
of the new Justice League film coming out, and because of her scene in BVS. And, of course, they make her like her likeness.
What does it mean because of that time, because of this? Fans just voted. They know their DC history, I think, probably. They know it, and they do know that you can't compare to half a god that actually beat a real god. So, excuse me, but where's a god and where is Wolverine? There's just like no comparison. Ares can die from suffocating and dropping into lava and, drowning, so what's the comparison here? There's no comparison. It's like comparing, a gorilla, let's say a gorilla, to a mouse. I mean, the mouse has no chance.
My brother says to that, the best way to, because you have to give her, equal powers like the gods. And the best way to settle this is translate her stats into the Marvel superhero game, the pen and paper dice game. Otherwise, have her go up against, I forgot the two characters, a Lady Sif and...
Oh, excuse me, Sammy and your brother, but what this has to do with, this superpower beatdown? I mean, we're talking about Wolverine, Wolverine and Wonder Woman. So, I mean, we can always say, oh, let's put Wonder Woman to somebody that's, closer to her, like Lady Sif. But Lady Sif is not actually a goddess, she's from Asgard. Asgardians are a lot more durable, but they are not actually a god, gods. So, yeah, still no fair comparison.
I think you said, begin with an M, more Drac, or more, I can't remember her name. If I remember, maybe I'll put it in the annotations. But there are two characters, and have Wolverine go up against those two. Otherwise, you can maybe try to convert systems, the DC Universe system, the game system, put it in there. But
what this has to do with anything?
She can fly?
Yes.
Threw me off too.
Yes,
the first time. I mean, I guess I should be used to it from seeing her do that in the animated series.
Yes, because she can.
Cartoon in the 2000s.
She was given that
she can
power.
Fly? Okay, I'm used to the Wonder Woman.
Oh, please, Sammy. Please. That was in the 70s.
Okay,
40 years from now.
The fun but dumb, cheesy Linda Carter ones from the 70s.
And that's the problem. It's dumb and cheesy. I mean, it could be fun. It was fun back then, but now it looks ridiculous. I mean, there's a classic feeling to that, but first they didn't have the technology to do anything about Wonder Woman's powers. They couldn't represent her good enough, They just make her some woman that turns, spins on one place. She had her lasso, she had her super strength, she was running everywhere, which is even more laughable when you just look at Linda Carter, how she's running, through bushes. You can't have that. This is modern day. It's not the 70s. 40 years from now, please.
She doesn't fly.
That's not canon. I mean, whatever they made her to be, just look at Adam West Batman. I mean, it made me, he might be fun for that, but now he looks super ridiculous. Everything that he does and he speaks, they just speak like cartoon characters, and not a good one. Cartoon characters even. I mean, that was super awesome for the times, maybe, I have no idea. I can't stand watching something that old, but I think that for the people that were born at that time, that was fun, and I get why it was fun, of course, but to have that now, it's laughable. It's, Sammy, please, it's 2017 almost. We can't have that. It's not sustainable. It's not. Who watched that? Just, watch the old TV shows then. Because they couldn't represent Wonder Woman, like I said, how she really is. And Wonder Woman as a character, and as every other character in every other comics, changes, her story develops, she could get, more powers. By the time, the 70s, she was created before that, yes. I don't know where she got her power of flight exactly, but whenever that was, Superman also didn't start as the Superman that we know him now. He has, powers that stuck through the years, and he was finally more of a complete character in that sense. So Wonder Woman also went through these changes, and also she is now what she is now. So we have to see her as she is now, and not what she was, or not what she was back then in the TV show.
And now she can suddenly move like a Flash?
That's not like a Flash. She just has super, speed. That doesn't mean like a Flash, exactly.
Lava, you are fucking idiots. Wolverine survived a nuclear bomb and was torn down to just his bones. You are killing him in lava? Dislike. Don't even say I'm a Marvel fanboy. That's just...
Okay, I explained that about lava. So it's one thing, lava is one thing. A nuclear bomb that it doesn't last the whole time. I'm not sure
my head's off
who is retarded, Sammy.
Jay.
We can't say that anybody is retired. I mean, that's not fair.
But, and here's a reply here that, see, nuclear explosion is not ever lasting like in the wake of a volcano. Okay. But
exactly,
he'll still get out of it, crawl out, and
how?
Continually heal. I believe he'll just continually heal his way out of it. Not, it's burning him, but he can get out.
Okay, if he can't breathe, and that is dense, that's not water, that's not like you can, just swim, out of it, and somebody has to pull him out of there, otherwise he doesn't have anything to stand on, so he can, propel himself through the lava. He's not that type of superhero. He has nothing to stand on. He can't fly, so he's dead. He's suffocated and melted.
Yeah, he'll get out. He can just crawl out of it, then he'll heal fully. The animated battles below. Just make it live action, please. Remember, this match is fan-made. Who wins? Yeah, I just don't... Oh, look, there's a volcano nearby. It's kind of like... how Sarah Connor, John Connor, and Terminator got lucky that they were fighting Liquid Terminator Man, the T-1000, in a... what do you call that? The metal melting workshop. I don't know what you call those places. I forgot what you call them. But the workshop where you melt the metal. They got lucky. If not for that, if they were fighting in a toy store, they fucked. You see what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Flew him.
And what?
A volcano. Wonder Woman flying? Is that part of her lore?
Yes.
That's just odd to me. And then just moving like a flash. I mean, come on. It's because of the new, her scene in BVS, and then of course the Justice League film. And of course, it's everyone jumps on the bandwagon.
Again, it's not because of the movie. It's just because that the first time that we ever seen Wonder Woman manifest on the big screen and on live action in present day, that was BVS. And we are yet to see the rest of her powers and how she really fights. I mean, more of that in her own movie. So it's not just because of those movies. It's just that the only reference that we have, live action of how she moves and how she fights is from the movies, but her powers are from the comics and what she can do. So that is really what she can do. So I mean, you just have to do your homework like I did and go through that stuff and see what she can actually do and not what you remember from some 70s show that can't even represent her well and couldn't possibly do that in the 70s.
Of course, she's gonna win. Wolverine's old now, he's not in the X-Men. He's not in the X-Men films anymore.
Sammy, what this has to do? I mean, fans voted. Fans decided this. They will have an alternative ending for all those other fans that don't agree like you, so you will get that ending. Although I think that whatever they think of, it's not going to be realistic, because of her powers. What Wolverine can do to kill her. Yeah, not realistic, but they are going to do the best they can for this, so there is going to be an alternative ending anyways. It's not because the movies, it's just because that people are aware of both heroes' powers. So that is why they voted Wonder Woman. Just be unbiased and just see who is more likely to win. A half-god that can fly, has super speed, super strength, heal factor again, invulnerability. She can even beat up Supergirl, which is, I'm not sure how I feel about that, but she did beat Supergirl. So if she can beat freaking Supergirl, what's Wolverine going to do? What he's going to do to her? He's not even that strong.
For that little cameo in the last one, but give it some years later, or when the Wonder Woman hype dies down. But I'm super excited for Wonder Woman. Don't get me wrong, but they didn't go by. I think Wolverine would have slashed. I hate to say it,
What?
I do like Wonder Woman a lot, but just that, what I saw.
He probably, like I said, how he can slash her skin even.
Where she goes real fast, like.
They only did that, so we can have this fight and the special effects. I don't really think that Wonder Woman can be hurt by those claws. If she's not vulnerable, how she can be hurt by metal? That doesn't make any sense, true. So he probably would be like, hitting nothing. I mean, only hitting her skin but not scratching it. That's the logic.
Yeah, I'll buy that punch because she's got now this. She didn't even move with that speed in BVS.
Well, she did move really fast actually. She just did it kind of a different way. So even though we didn't see it quite like this, how they done it, she did move really, really fast. She jumped and she was like half a second in front of, Doomsday and already slashing his leg and all of that. So she's really fast. And we are, like I said, we are yet to see her full strength and power.
They're giving her the moves that are in the film. To me, Wonder Woman is the Linda Carter one.
No, I'm sorry, Sammy. You can still, love Linda Carter's Wonder Woman. She did what she possibly can do for those times. But that's not the real Wonder Woman and what she can really do. That's not canon. So, we can't count it. That's more like a fan fiction. It's close to like a fan fiction than to a real Wonder Woman. That Linda Carter was. So, she was super weak compared to the real Wonder Woman, how she is. I don't want to repeat myself. I'm just, saying that to further explain,
Stick with that.
If somebody didn't
There we
understand
go.
me.
Go for the leg. Wait a minute. What did you just... You took the sword out? Okay. Alright, good. I thought you were going to give it back to her. That's right. You got the leg. You have two hands, you know. Do the other one up her crotch or something. What is going on here?
Well, he's trying. I mean,
You
give him some
manage to get
credit.
the leg every time. Can't you slash her gut open and
How she's protecting herself. I mean, she's doing warrior moves. She's moving backwards and so on. Again, they did this just so we can have a fight.
I'm not pleased.
Oh,
Okay.
you should be happy we have at least that, because as I said, in reality, the fight is going to go down and
Okay,
it's
you got
Wolverine
it,
dead in two
Right
seconds
there.
probably.
And don't stop. You have your other one. Get right in the brain. Down on her knees. Right in the brain. Right in the brain, Wolverine. What the fuck you doing?
What brain? I mean, like I said, he couldn't harm her flesh. I don't
Okay,
think
that's all
so.
I have to say.
And he probably hit the tiara anyways,
Generate
which
more
of course
cash,
is made from the same metal.
because my cash flow is not enough, especially for Christmas time. So yeah. Anyways, I don't know why. I thought I'd just throw that in there. I don't know what else to say, guys. I really don't know what to say about that. I'm not pleased.
Of course, you're not, Sammy.
Yeah, I'm just not pleased.
But you have to be
Okay,
realistic
that's it.
here.
Thanks for watching, and see you guys next time.
Yeah. So I just think that, again, Sammy, please don't get offended by my video. I'm just being honest, like always. My point is that look at her power set, look at what she is, half a goddess and everything else. You're not doing this correctly. You're not objective because you do not count her powers, her actual powers. But you do for Wolverine, like, yeah, hit that. Well, again, she has invulnerability. Sorry that I'm butchering that word. She has healing, she has fast speed, she has flying, she's half a goddess, she has that metal Hephaestus, she has even that berserker mode also Wolverine has, but if she gets in that mode, she's beating Supergirl even. So what do you think Wolverine would do? I mean, if that was a real fight, I think she would just, let's say she's going to threaten, Wolverine, let's just say that. And then when they actually, go to fight, she's going to punch him probably to another island. And then fly to there in 2 seconds, beat him into the ground, then beat him into space. Hit him into space, and he's dead. He can't survive in space. Yeah, she can also grab him from space and drown him, even though he's going to be dead already. So she can do so many things, and again, all the fans that really know those stuff, have you seen Wonder Woman's skin to be pierced from any human metal? That just doesn't make any sense to me. No matter if it's adamantium, the people from those YouTube channels that I showed, for example, they say that Wolverine's claws can cut through almost anything. So almost anything, I'm sure that godly flesh is not into that in account. So I'm sure that he will not be even able to hurt Wonder Woman. But again, they made this, the fight like they did, so we can see actual fight and actual cool blood effects and Wolverine claws going through her leg and all of that. I'm sure that's the only thing, the only reason that they actually did that. But in reality, it's going to be much more boring, with Wonder Woman just murdering Wolverine on the spot. Yeah, kicking him into space right away, especially if she has no remorse and she just doesn't care. Like, I think that at least she will probably, because she will probably not know who he is and what he can do, so she'll probably try to cut him several times. He's going to heal from that. And then when, she finally wraps that lasso and gets why that is, that he's, so strong and all that, he can heal himself, she then will decide right away to dispose of him, like I said, either in space, underwater, or she can just, put her hand over his face and suffocate him. So, yeah, no problem. She's a warrior princess, not like Xena. I mean, Xena is a warrior princess, but that is actually where the phrase originated, but that's actually a title that is carried only by Xena. That is like saying, warrior level 10, where 10 is the best, and the last rank. So that's the title. But she's a warrior princess by heritage, because she's a warrior and she's a princess. But anyway, guys, that is my reaction to Sammy's video. That is also a reaction. Please watch every of those original videos before you see this reaction, if you haven't already, so you can have an objective look on this. Let me know in the comments who will win, Wonder Woman or Wolverine, but present your arguments why. And of course, Sammy, please don't get offended again by this. I'm just being completely honest in how you were in that video. And because I had a lot to say, I think this is a lot better than just writing a comment under the video, don't you think? So guys, thank you very much for watching. Until next time with Gary G Reviews.